What?
So today we're going to make washer toss games. And you can see I've already started making some cuts. And I have my helper here helping me paint, or stain I should say. And on one of the games we're going to have PVC piping, it's 4-inch. And on the other one we're going to use ABS. We're just doing a couple of different versions. We're going to use carpet in one, no carpet in the other one. We're going to stain them all though, just because the kids want to have stained washer toss games. They've already painted the washers, as you can see. They went with lime and orange so they don't lose them in the grass. And one of the boxes, one of the sides, we're going to go with 1 by 6 spruce, of course, stained. And the other is here. We're just in the midst of finishing staining this one, and we're going to have 2 by 6, just to see one game is any stronger or better than the other. Anyway, we're just playing and having some fun. So the one thing I forgot to mention, the actual box itself, we went with 16 inches square. Okay, so we'll be back shortly. So these 1 by 6 pieces are 16 inches, as you can see, and the same over here. But because I want to use the whole 16 by 16 base square, then this last cut, so just be careful of this, can you see that there, is going to be 17 inches. So it's 2 16s, and it'll be 2 17s, and that'll complete your box. So we're going to make our circles to put the pipe in. So this section will actually go inside the 4-inch pipe, and I'll use that to anchor it. I'll show you that later. So I'm going to cut that out, and I did it on the outside, and I'm going to use the jigsaw. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to trim around the inside, and may or may not get it right the first time. You might have to play with it a little bit, but what you'll end up getting is a nice tight fit when you go to put this down. And I'll show you that when it's time. So we have dollar store carpet, and one of the sets is going to have carpet lined on your 16 by 16, and the other we're just going to go with wood. So pretty straightforward. All I'm doing is I've got the base down, and because I'm going to use the whole 16 inches, all I'm going to do is cut this out. And I got a line here, and I'm just following it. So we put that on. Now we'll glue that down, of course, but just to show you, that's a nice fit. Okay. By stringing the string from corner to corner, where they meet in the center of your 16 by 16 platform represents the center, and so I simply put the pipe, just eyeballed this to be honest, and that looks to be pretty even there. And then I'm going to take a pencil and I'm going to go around the outside of that, and I'll cut it out with some scissors or a utility knife, and that will go on the inside of my pipe, my 4-inch pipe, and I'll have the center cut out in this particular version here. The other one we're building, of course, isn't going to use carpet, so we're just going to have the two of them and see what they look like and see which option is the best. So I used a caulking gun, and I have some wood glue, and I filled up my surface. Obviously there, lots of glue, and I'll take the mat down and stick it to that and let that dry, and I'll do the same thing to the other platform. So I'm just going to pre-drill here, make sure that I don't crack this. Okay, so now I'm going to use a 3/4 inch wood screw just to anchor this down, and then I'm going to take my pipe and put that down over that, like so. You don't want to go too hard because you don't want to crack your circle there. Okay? So I just put a thin layer of glue around the outside of my circle. And when I did this circle with the jigsaw, I took a few extra minutes, and the pipe will go over that, but it's really, really tight. And I know typically you can drive a screw in through the side, and if it pops up, then that's what I'll do. But for now, I think that all I have to do next is get that pipe over the circle, and I think we're done with this box. So my center pipe is down, and I trimmed just the outside of that to make this fit. And again, the glue is on the inside, and we'll put this down, and we have one side done. And you can see that's nice and tight in there, and there, voila. So I'm finding the center of my non-rug box, and same idea, 2 strings, corner to corner, find the middle, split the difference of your X so you have your 4 equal pieces of pie, I guess, and that's just an eyeball. Different pipe here. This is ABS versus the PVC. Just again, we're trying something different. We'll make a separate washer toss game and just kind of show you the two of them. 2 different, slightly different looks, but basically the same idea. So you can just barely make out the pencil marks from the ABS piping, and this is the little circle that I had that I jigsawed from the plywood, and I just kind of again split the difference, do the best you can, and from here we pre-drill, and we'll just screw these down. So the ABS piping slips over those little circles, a little bit of glue, wipe away the excess. You can still put the felt carpet in the middle, and we'll keep her going. Put the sides on. When I construct these, I basically put on the ends, the opposite ends first. I'll put one end on, and I'll just tack it on with an 1 inch and maybe 3/4 wood screw just to tack that on, because the box will hold all this together once you get it assembled. And very important, cut one side, cut the other side, and then come back in and cut this one, because as you know, every piece of wood has a little different shape or little bow to it, so your safest bet is to cut it one stick at a time. So the finished product: carpet, white PVC 4-inch pipe, 1x6 spruce board that we stained, and a carpet on the inside. Second set, 2x6 boards on the sides, black ABS 4-inch diameter piping, and in all 4 boxes a 16-inch square. So just a couple little variations. And we're off. We're going to have some fun now. Play some Marsha Toss.